2H. So
Yeah. I didn't really have a clear plan. I wound up spending most of the day organizing my studio space.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of just treat this as a kind of a character design kind of screw around piece. Uh, so hopefully, yeah, testing out my. So this character, he's going to be his character's name. All we know him as is character number 13, and then his partner is 23.
Okay.
And 13. He's kind of more of the, the brute shotgun. He's the brute with the big guns and the,
Right.
not necessarily the brightest bulb in the box. But I don't want him to be like dumb. But
Yeah.
he's very much, hey, there's people in our way. Let's just blow them up. And then I got the character 13. She's kind of more of like a magic-y type character, kind of more sorcery-esque. And they're forced to work together to stop this, gangsters, these mobsters that have come into contact with something that is a bit too... it's got a little bit of a supernatural bend to it that they are not able to contend with, and so they're going to go try to thwart that in their own way. And they're two characters that absolutely hate each other, but they're kind of forced to work together. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to have them constantly bickering and bantering. And
yeah, that should be fun.
Thanks. Yeah, it's meant to be kind of more of a lighthearted, action-y kind of. Well, it's me, so I can't do a story without some snark and dark humor.
Yeah, that's like me. I can't do a story without doing some sort of folklore to it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just working on one of the pages from the third chapter. I think this was. Oh, I just realized you're still on solo.
Oh, sweet. Well, hopefully it was interesting at least.
This was the loose sketch from a while ago.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So how many? So you have 2 chapters out right now, and you're working on the third one?
No, I just got them laid out. I put them together in my binder.
Okay, so you just kind of making them all together at once, kind of the thing.
Yeah, because I'm thinking when I go to publish it, that I'll do it as the first 3 chapters.
Okay.
And then I might try doing it 3 chapters at a time, but we'll see.
Okay. Are you thinking about crowdfunding it? Or have you thought that far yet?
So far, I'm just thinking of trying to finish the work first.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Yeah, I admit. Good.
I might crowdfund it once I do collected volumes and just maybe do the Amazon like KDP publishing for like the initial volumes, maybe.
Okay.
I haven't quite figured it out. I do know that there's like the Global Comics where you can put it online and do it that way.
Yeah, I've looked into them a little bit. It was a while ago, but it seemed, it's something I've been kind of debating about because, especially with this little short story I'm doing, I don't know if there's going to be enough there to justify, 5 to 7 page book, like, give me money for it. But especially since I'm an unknown quantity and but there is a convention coming up in June, not too far from where I'm at, and I'm going to see about trying to get a table there. So we'll see what happens. If I can, I don't know if I'll have this done by then, but I'll at least can get some prints done and some, make some contacts and be like, hey, here's my site and check my stuff out.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing something like that too, but I think it's a little late for the table, so I was just thinking of getting like a hot dog tray and doing like little samples.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah. Well, it's kind of funny because there's this mall in town that's practically dead. It's an indoor mall, but it's just hanging on by a thread. And about a month or so ago now, on probably one of the coldest weekends we had this winter, there was a small convention that they held inside that mall, and because all the store, fronts were empty, they had just a bunch of vendors and stuff came in there and just set up their stuff in all those. And it was actually kind of cool. And there was a guy there, he was from Minnesota, and he publishes his own novels. He's an author, and I got one of them. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but the guy that did the artwork for his covers was also there, and this giant Samoan dude, and could not have been nicer. Great guy. I got one of his prints, actually. I think that's showing up. This is a print that he did that I thought was really cool. He did this all in Procreate, he said.
Oh, but, give me a second. I'm responding to Fabrizio.
Oh, you're good. You're good. But yeah, so I thought it was kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
And his wife was there with him, and they were both extremely nice. And my buddies and I that were there, my buddy started bragging for me on my behalf and started telling them about my artwork. And one of them had my Instagram pulled up, and I started showing it to them. And they were really sweet. And because I was sitting there going, oh, God, nobody, like, the last thing these guys want is someone else being like, look at my artwork,
Mm.
But they were really nice about it, and they were very complimentary. And yeah, he gave me his card, and his wife gave me the card of the guy that runs it. And she said the prices are very reasonable, and so there's one coming up about an hour away from me in June. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one I've gone to the last 2 years is like 10 minutes from where I live. So
nice.
Yeah, makes it very convenient.
Yeah, well, Omaha, where I'm at, they've only had, they had their first official like Omaha Comic-Con last year, and I didn't know about it until like literally the weekend before it happened.
Oh,
and
wow.
I looked. It was a 1 day thing, and I looked it up, and it was like not to be mean, but I didn't recognize any of the names on there, and. I don't. Again, not to be mean or throw shade, because like nobody knows who I am. But I was looking at some of the artwork and some of the artists on there, and I'm like, man, I could have held my own, I thought. But again, I didn't know about it until right away, until like literally the weekend before, and I probably couldn't have afforded the table anyway. But
yeah,
I don't know how well it. I don't know how well it did, if they're going to do a second one or not. But
I heard. The Comic-Con up in Seattle, Dave Finch and Chris Claremont are going to be there.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that'll be fun. I would love to meet David Finch. And Chris Claremont would be kind of cool too. But David Finch particularly, I would love to. He just seems like a really just nice dude, and I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot from his YouTube channel. So.
Yeah, probably won't go to that one.
Yeah. That would involve going to Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's
trust Seattle.
I don't blame you one bit. I've never been that far west. Actually, honestly, Nebraska is about as far west as I've been. So, I love the nature I've seen out there, but there's yeah.
I've never been. Far east. So.
Okay. Yeah. See, I've been, like I said, I'm from Michigan originally, so I've been up and down like pretty much all of the east side of the country. I've, everywhere between Michigan to Florida, the Tennessee, I've been all that stuff, but never got too far west.
We got a comment from Del A.
Ooh.
At Emerald City Comic-Con. Yes.
That's the one you're going to?
No, that's the one that Chris Claremont and David Finch
in Seattle. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Hi, Dale A.
So far, the only ones that have been announced for at SummerCon, which is the one in Puyallup that I go to.
Okay.
Uh, it's just actors. Like they have Wharton, the guy that played the Tick from the live action show,
Okay.
and Dwayne Knight, the guy that plays
Oh yeah.
yeah
Newman.
yeah
Oh no way. That's cool.
yeah, and also Henry Winkler, the Fonz.
Oh, the Fonz. Awesome.
So
No, good.
mostly it's just been actors they've been announced so far.
Well, that seems to be kind of the big ones they push first, you know.
Yeah.
But Henry Winkler cracks me up, man, because he went from playing literally the coolest character in all of TV and whatever, and ever since then he's always played like a dork or a loser. And it just cracks me up.
Yeah.
How he does that, but yeah. The last convention I went to, I was back when I was visiting in Michigan, Grand Rapids Comic-Con. That one's been growing pretty good. They had the Critical Drinker there, so I got to meet him, but they also had Danny Trejo, which that was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, and but I got to meet. They had Fabian Nicieza was there, and I got to go to one of his panels. I didn't get to talk to him, but there was a few other guys there. I'm blanking on his name. Was it Lionel Yu? I think is his name.
Mm.
Yeah, he was there. It was pretty. He was, can't say I'm super familiar with his art, but I liked his stuff that I've seen. And
the first year I went, I met John Cleese.
No way!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
And
I want to trade French jokes with him so bad.
And I also met Ron Perlman.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. So after that, I was like, I swore never to do the celebrities again, just because of how it goes. It's really assembly line.
Right.
I prefer talking to the comic artists and stuff.
For sure.
And I also met Aaron Lopresti.
Nice. Yeah, he's one I really would love to meet.
Yeah.
All the Greybeards guys. I'd love to meet them.
Same here. I also met Don Bluth last year.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I got an autographed copy of his we got another comment.
Oh.
Leniel
Francis Hugh. Thank you, DLA. I knew there was a person of that name. Yeah, like I said, I've seen his artwork, and he's a phenomenal artist. But I haven't seen a ton of his stuff, but I got to talk to him briefly. His line was actually kind of long, so I didn't get to talk to him a ton. But he was pretty busy. But he was a real sweet dude.
Mm-hmm.
Real sweet guy. Great artwork.
Oh, I also met Kevin Eastman.
Oh, really? Nice. Right on.
Yeah, he was really nice too.
That's cool.
Yeah, they were so busy that they started doing like reservations. Yeah, and then when we were waiting, our time slot was like 5:00.
Okay.
And we had just got done with the panel, and they were eating lunch at the same time. So
okay.
Since I was close to the front of the line, I just talked to them a little bit. So.
Oh, that's cool. I got to probably my biggest claim to fame, at least for me anyway. The first Comic-Con I ever went to, they had Austin St. John, who was Jason, the original Red Power Ranger. And as a Power Rangers fan, that was a huge one for me. I got to fix his iPad. No, humble brag.
Cool.
He was trying to show me and my buddy, who was also a huge Power Rangers fan. So we were both there just geeking out because it's Jason. Because he'd just started going to cons, at that time, and he had some trailer he wanted to show us on his iPad, and he having a hard time getting it connected to his Bluetooth speaker. And I'm reasonably tech savvy, so I was like, let me take a look at that. And so I fixed it for him. And I was like, who needs Billy? And he laughed. This is the most dorky joke I could ever make. But and then I did get to meet Steve Bloom, and we got to do a little dueling Wolverines.
Nice.
Of course, his was better, but I thought mine was pretty decent.
Yeah.
Hey, bub. It's basically his Wolverine, so I can't really.
Yeah.
I showed up with the laziest cosplay ever of Wolverine, but he recognized me, so it worked.
Okay, so Fabrizio might not make it.
Oh man, okay,
Yeah, he's still working.
gotcha. Okay, well, I'm sure we are interesting enough.
Oh,
We'll find out.
it's amateur hour.
Right. Yeah, I made sure to read the Horace H. Hoover last night, and really enjoyed it. I don't want to spoil anything, obviously, but
I read it too.
yeah, good. Well, I mean, for anybody that might be watching,
That's true.
it's a very good book. Highly recommended.
Yeah, Dale A. We don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah, Dale A., our one viewer. It's a great time, and I hate to ruin it for you.
The one viewer has ruled them all.
Hey, and we appreciate that one viewer. Thank you. Well, I'm hoping to get back to agreement once all this hubbub at work is dialed down. I'm hoping to be able to get back to streaming again. I'll be thankful for one viewer.
Yeah, I recently got the last 2 issues of Cerebus that I've been waiting for.
Oh yeah, I got those in too. I haven't had a chance to read them yet, but
I got a couple that issue 283, 287.
Okay.
They're both signed by Dave. So,
right on.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, they've arrived like the last day of February.
Oh, nice. I got that. I did get the. I already read it. Yeah, it's a good, strong ending, which I appreciate. Yes, I would wholly agree. Yeah, I thought it was a good, bittersweet but satisfying ending. I thought.
Yeah, I'm wondering how he's gonna, because it's a 5-issue miniseries.
Yeah.
So I was wondering how he's gonna do the 5th.
Where he's gonna go with it? Yeah. If it's going to be kind of like a denouement type thing, or if it's going to be like a, like a self-contained, or who knows?
Yeah.
But
he opened it up more so with like some of the things that were hinted at in the story, but pretty good one.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
His color work got better too.
Yes. Well, I really like his character designs. I really like Slurp, and I thought about drawing him, but I was like, I don't know if I could do him justice. But I really like the big giant guy whose face is literally just like top half of a face and just all beard. I love that. I love that look.
Yeah. And they left the book bug alive, so
yeah, there's always open rooms for hijinks.
Yeah.
For the book bug. Oh, the book bug.
The library design too from the issue was cool.
Yeah, for sure. I know it's really fascinating how like you can like play with tone in comics, you know. Because like how it'll be lighthearted and kind of humorous, but then it'll turn just horrific. And like I get how to do that in film because like I have a film degree and I've studied film a lot more, and so that makes sense to me. But people that can do that in comics, I find that insanely impressive. That can do that because I've been trying to figure out how to do like sarcasm in comics, like how to make that work, and I can't say I've found a way to do that.
But I've heard that humor is one of the harder ones to write because it has to do with timing and the way the reader reads it. It depends on how fast they're reading it.
Right.
But,
so who knows? But
I think Cerebus works really well for that type of satire humor and stuff.
Oh, for sure. The bits I've read of it, I thought were great.
Yeah, so I'm close to the end on that series. I'm at
Okay.
283, and it's a 300 issue.
Oh wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I got that that Jack Kirby artist edition
Oh yeah.
from Gary, the one with Thor. I felt kind of bad because I didn't. It caused a pretty big kerfuffle in the chat and that was not my intention. So I was like, I don't know. But
Well, technically, David caused it first because
you're right.
he typed it on the first one.
Yeah, I know, because I really wanted that one, and then yeah, because like I'm making a paycheck now, so I have money now, and I'm like, I want these things, and so I was like, all right,
Tell me
fine,
what
whatever.
that's like.
What was that?
So tell me what that's like.
Oh man, I tell you, yeah. Turner floppies. Yeah, I bought them directly from his site, so I don't know if those are the Alterna floppies or not.
Oh no, well, yeah, they probably were, actually.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun.
See, I've got the collected one from Amazon that he did.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah, it has a nice cover. I don't know if you got any of like the bookmarks.
Yep, I got the bookmarks and I got a couple posters.
Yeah, you know the one with where he's like sticking out like the green creature.
Yeah.
So that was like the cover of the Amazon.
Oh, okay.
book, and then the back side was the. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. No, I like that. I like that piece. It's
Yeah, I got the statue, but I have to super glue it because it was on my bookshelf, and I must have bumped it or something.
Oh no!
And he fell and broke his neck.
Oh no! You killed Horace.
Yeah, now he's the headless horse.
Oh no! How dare you?
Or headless Hoover.
It works either way. Yeah.
Where's headless bourgeoisie when we need him?
Right.
Yeah.
Now you know how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the mood for some weird stuff. I saw that movie over the weekend. Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
Oh yeah.
And it's weird, but I highly recommend it.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun.
Is that the one where the guy goes to the diner to warn them about the end of the world or something?
Yeah, Sam Rockwell, who I'm a big fan of Sam Rockwell, so that already was a good selling point. But yeah, it's talk about weird, bizarre, dark humor. Like this movie does it in spades, and it doesn't shy away from the weirdness, which I loved. And it's just bizarre and fun.
I'll have to check that out.
So I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I haven't watched too many new movies, but I saw part of one on Hulu called Scared Shitless.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's about a father and son plumber team that go to this apartment complex, and a scientist bioengineered a creature and accidentally releases it. So
that kind of sounds like fun.
Yeah, it was fun from those.
Yeah, that's funny.
I didn't see the whole thing because it was
not you didn't see it because you just weren't digging it, or you just got busy.
Well, I had to get up early for work the next morning, so
gotcha.
Yeah, so I watched part of it, but it looked all right.
That's fair. Yeah. Well, we recently finished watching some buddies of mine. We've been kind of doing this on the weekends because we're just that nerdy. We've been watching the Lord of the Rings 4K extended on my TV, and so we watched the Return of the King this past Friday. And man, every time I watch that movie, I'm just like, I love it.
Yeah.
That Men of the West speech is just, it's so good.
Every time I watch it, I think I really should read the book.
Right.
Yeah.
I've had several false starts.
Yeah.
On the book. I like reading it. It's not like Dune. Like Dune, I've kind of given up trying to read Dune. It's just it's just too smart for me. But yeah, I don't know. I like what I read of it, but yeah, sometimes Tolkien, as awesome as a writer he is, sometimes he tends to go on and on a bit. You're like, okay, that's cool and all, but let's get back to the story.
I just gotta make time to read it.
Yeah, same. Well, I kind of got obsessed with that Night of the Seven Kingdoms books after the show ended. After watching that first episode, I got the collection of the short stories and pretty much binged those. And,
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. It's set in that Game of Thrones universe, but it's a very different kind of tone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's not all. It's a bit more lighthearted and a bit more kind of classically heroic. And they're self-contained stories. And the main character Dunk, he's just this character like you just can't help but love him. He's this big dude who's not the sharpest tack in the box, but he's got this like naive almost but in an endearing way, this naive sense of honor and chivalry. Like, this is how knights should be. Knights should be honorable and good. And then, of course, it's the Game of Thrones universe, so that's not exactly how that works. And let's just say it gets him into some really interesting situations. And then he meets this young boy, he's a young bald-headed boy named Egg, and he takes him on to be his squire. And
might be a little mean, but the kid kind of looks like a David Finch.
I never thought about that, but yeah, I could see it. But I could see it. But yeah, but those two, they could not have been cast any better watching the show. So yeah, highly recommended. But yeah, I can see where you're saying that.
Yeah, I just saw a picture of it, yeah.
Well, the kid that plays Egg is hilarious and all the behind the scenes stuff. He's like, I couldn't wait to shave my head. I was so excited. He's like, it's gonna be great. But yeah, but their banter is just so much fun.
Did you watch the portfolio review David Finch did?
Not yet. No, I missed it when it aired, and I just haven't gotten around to watching it yet. Was there some good tips?
Yeah, there was some really good art too.
Awesome. Yeah, that's something I've been meaning to get, but thank you for reminding me. I'd kind of forgotten about it. So it's only one of those. It's like you put it on your brain, you're like, I'm gonna watch this, and then you just forget.
Yeah, I watched the live version. Usually after this, I jump into the streams.
Yeah, I do like his streams a lot, but yeah, I rarely am able to catch him live, but I find them fun. But yeah, no, I've some of those like that one he did with Ariel Olvetti. I want to try that technique that Ariel taught him about his acrylic.
Don't you have a vocab test?
It's not vocab. It's a vocational test. Yeah, it's a licensing, but yeah. Okay. But it's all multiple choice. I don't have to spell anything. So, but yeah. But anyway, yeah, and it was just kind of cool because he's a classically trained oil painter, but he was using acrylics, and basically his first layer he does is he uses water to dilute the acrylics like you expect, but then Every layer after that, he uses absolutely no water and does it all with medium, with like a matte medium, and it just looks awesome. And I want to try that, but I'm like, do I want to spend all that time drawing something to try to paint it and then just know I'm going to ruin it? But, so again, once I'm done with this, I'll have more time, so I might try it and see if I get brave enough.
Yeah. Have you ever? Did you see Scrubs? That they did a reboot.
I never saw the reboot. Was that any good?
Yeah, they just launched it.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't like a religious watcher of it, but I definitely saw my fair share of it. I thought the bits I saw were pretty fun.
Yeah, it's been all right so far.
There's one bit in the show from the original series that will never not be funny to me. I don't know any of the characters' names, so forgive me. But there's the one guy. He's kind of always wearing the suit. And he's like a real disheveled looking guy. He's got like the kind of the wispy black hair, and he was sitting in the chair, and a couple of the other characters will look at him. He's sitting there just kind of rubbing his head like all distraught, and they're like, "No, we caught you outside yelling at old people again." And he just goes, "Why should they be happy?"
I don't remember that one.
That line will never not be funny to me.
The part I thought was funny was I forgot the exact situation, but it was because there's the surgeon guy. I think his name, if I remember correctly, is Tucker.
Okay.
And his nickname is the Glass Man.
Okay.
And the receptionist screams at him like a banshee, and he shatters. And then the main character is like, "Oh, that's why they call him the Glass Man." That part was funny. I butchered that.
Yeah, that's fun.
And then I always liked the janitor. I was always missing, and Dr. Cox too.
Oh yeah. I think it's funny. Well, because I mainly know that actor from Office Space, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. Yeah. What is it you say you do here? That guy always makes me laugh.
Yeah. Office Space was another good movie, though, for Mike Jugg. I liked King of the Hill, of course, and then Idiocracy. It's funny.
Oh yeah. I've turned into a Mike Judge fan. I didn't realize who he was until like long after I'd seen those, that stuff, and I realized they put two and two together, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm a big Mike Judge fan because I love the stuff he does. So, but yeah, The Office Space, in my opinion, is one of the all-time great comedies ever made. My friends and I are always doing that. It's a jump to conclusions, Matt.
My favorite comedy would probably be Brazil. That was a good commentary on.
Yeah, I need to see that one again because I watched that in film school, and I admit I didn't quite get it. That was a long time ago. I need to watch it again. But it was something. But I know a lot of people love it, so yeah, I gotta watch that one again.
I saw Terry Gilliam's other film, Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus.
Yeah, was that any good?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I liked it, but
okay. I think
it's
go ahead. Sorry.
It's interesting. It's not really so much a comedy, but kind of dramatic story about choices and storytelling and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, probably my favorite film of his that I've seen that I remember, I should say, was I really like 12 Monkeys. I thought it was
I always
great.
forget that he did that one.
I really, really enjoyed that one. Brad Pitt with all the twitching.
And then Time Bandits was okay.
I still haven't seen that one. I have a long list of Terry Gilliam movies I need to see.
Yeah.
So that one, I need to see Jabberwocky too. I've heard that's one really good.
See, I'm not too keen on like gross humor,
Ah,
and that kind of gets into. You'll see what I mean if you watch. Well, you've seen it.
I haven't seen Jabberwocky. I have not seen Jabberwocky.
Oh yeah.
No, so that's one I need to see, but
I only saw the first couple minutes, and I was like, oh no.
not so much.
Yeah.
So gross is in like bathroom humor, or is in like
Yeah.
okay, gotcha. Depends on how it's done.
Yeah.
But there's ways it can be funny. But yeah. Not sure if I like that belt. It looks a little too, I don't know. I think it might look a little too featurey. I don't know. I kind of want him to have this kind of like rugged kind of look to him, but
maybe add like a distress to it.
yeah.
And then maybe instead of metal pieces, like wood, have like the buckle made out of wood or something.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. What period are you going for?
Well, it's not really any particular period. It's just kind of like, I don't know. They all got guns, and I'm kind of treating it like they're part of some kind of bigger organization in some bigger world, and I'm just not really. I'm just kind of giving you a real small piece of.
Right.
And yeah, so it's kind of semi post-apocalyptic, futuristic kind of stuff. It's kind of the look I'm going for, which is kind of why I love the look of like those old school welders masks, and so I kind of wanted to give him something like that. You can kind of play with that shape, and so then the other character 13, who's kind of with him, she's going to have more of like a rounder shape, like an oval shape on her face, on her helmet.
And we have two watching now, so hello, right. Second person.
Hello. Good day to you. Guten Tag.
Unless you're a bot.
Yeah. Well, hey, we'll take the views either way. But we don't discriminate.
I do.
Fair enough.
No robots allowed.
No robots allowed. Never. Let's see here. I have these real distressed boots.
So if it's a dystopian future, what type of event are you going for that destroyed the current?
Haven't really thought that far ahead on it, to be honest with you. I'm kind of more looking at it more just for the, like, I kind of want all that world building stuff just be kind of in the background, just visually enough to kind of justify why they look how they do and go. I don't know. I mean, if it turns out well, I can always flesh it out. I mean, I love world building. One of my Achilles' heels a lot of times is I'll spend so much time on the world building that I forget to write an actual story. And so I'm trying to get better about actually, not doing that. So like give it just enough to kind of, kind of tell the story without really needing to tell it. One guy I really like is Mark Crilly. He did this book series called Brody's Ghost, and he never really described, like, says anything in the story about the world that he's in, but when you look at it, it's kind of, it kind of looks almost a little bit post-apocalyptic. Like, it's set in Japan, but like all the buildings he passes are very, worn down, and it's like a mega city, but there's all these like rundown areas. There's trash everywhere, and it kind of, just the character of it, without really saying anything, kind of draws a lot of tensions, and kind of leads you to kind of fill in some of the gaps you're on yourself, being like, oh, what could have caused that? Thought that could be kind of fun. But yeah, this is meant to just be a kind of a small, like I said, probably 5 to 7, maybe 8 pages. I don't know. Still working on the script.
Trying not to be bogged down by the details.
Yeah, I'm more just, I just want a story, because I'm doing, basically what I'm doing is I'm kind of ripping off my own 2-page story I came up with for a Rippaverse competition. I did with 2 of their characters, and so I'm kind of stealing that story and changing the characters around so they're kind of similar, but my own versions of them.
Right.
And when you're trying to do 2 pages, you had to cut a lot out of that story.
Yeah.
And so
and storytelling.
Yeah. So so I had to cut a lot out, and so I'm like, oh, I could throw some more stuff in there. So yeah, it's the idea of these, like, mobster dudes who got some kind of relic artifact, and it's clearly bad news, and so they're supposed to go get them and take it from them, but as you can imagine, it doesn't go smoothly.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm still kind of working on the script,
and
getting all that figured out. But yeah,
I forgot.
Good.
I don't know if you said before, but what got you into wanting to be a comic artist?
Oh man, I love drawing as long as I can remember. And I grew up, I was a 90s kid, so I grew up with, Batman the Animated Series, and, the Spider-Man, the X-Men shows, and the Hulk, and then I found this action figure of the Punisher and thought he was just the coolest thing ever. And my dad was a bit of a, comic guy back in the day. He wasn't like a avid follower, but, he knew who Spider-Man, the X-Men were, and all that kind of stuff. And so that was kind of cool. And I love the art, and I just wanted to draw like those guys. I just wanted to tell a story. And, as a kid, obviously, making movies isn't always, feasible, but it's like, man, I could draw that. And I loved coming up with characters and stories and drawing them. And so, yeah, it was always kind of a thing that I loved doing. But, it was one of those, I never really thought about trying to make a career out of it, because I was just like, I need to make money. and I guess I just never really thought about it. But then I had that long stretch of unemployment due to layoffs and whatnot, and so I thought, well, might as well go for it now. And so who knows, we'll see. But my current job, thankfully, is enough to at least pay the bills while I pursue this. So yeah, so who knows. But what about you?
Yeah, kind of the same thing. I like draw. Well, I've had some introduction with comics when I was a kid, but I was more into manga in middle school, high school. Although I did read Man-Thing in high school, and that was because I had seen the movie from 2005 that they did.
They did a Man-Thing movie?
Yeah, it was terrible, but it was good.
Okay, I was gonna say, I don't think I know about this one. All right.
Yeah. And I think it was the first one that they race swapped, because they made him a Native American guy that was murdered in the swamp by the oil guys, and
of course
comes back as the Man-Thing.
Of course.
And instead of him touching, the touch being what burns people, he controls plants and was just like growing the plants through them and stuff like that.
So they turned him into Swamp Thing?
Kind of, pretty much.
Gotcha.
But but the design was cool, and I was like, I like this character. And I saw like the little thing with the Marvel at the front. I'm like, okay. So I started looking into it, and then I read the Fearsome Four was the first Man Thing comic I read,
All right.
and that had Howard the Duck.
Oh,
And
nice.
It was the group was Howard the Duck, She-Hulk, Nighthawk, and Frankenstein's monster,
Okay.
and they were trying to stop Man Thing because he was on a rampage because it was during the event of like Fear itself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that event.
yeah. So that was kind of
Okay.
my first foray into Western comics, and then I went to school for art. I was kind of thinking comics, but got distracted with the animation because I also really liked animation. And I just realized that I didn't really want to be just another name on the list. I wanted to make my own
Right.
IP and have basically full freedom with it. And so
For sure.
that's when I was like, I'm gonna go for comics.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, I'll never forget my first comic book, my experience at a comic book store. I can tell you. Geez, what year is that? That was when the Thomas Jane Punisher movie came out. So that would have been, like 06, 07, something like that. But anyway, so so I was a little too young to go see the R-rated movie in the theater myself. So, I dragged my dad to go see it, and of course there were some boobs in it, so he wasn't happy about that. But whatever. But anyway, there was this little hole in the wall comic book store out there in the little mall area, and I walked in there. My mom and my aunts were going to go do some clothes shopping, and I was like, that sounds like Midnight Circle of Hell. So I'm like, just leave me at the comic book shop, and we'll figure something out. So they left me there, and it was a real small little store, and this guy that ran it was this giant dude just sitting there eating chips. Really nice guy. And I walked up to him and I just said, hey, I was like 14, 13, 14, something like that. Actually, no, this would have been, before the Thomas Jane Punisher came out. But anyway, and I just walked up to him and I just said, hey, do you got any Punisher comics? And he's like, yes, I do. And so he gave me a #1 off the shelf, and I paid for it. And then I got home and read it and didn't realize that it was the first issue of Punisher Max, right?
Okay.
So if you haven't read it, it opens up with him taking out a mob family, and it is the single goriest thing that I had seen at that time. It is just super violent, and there's just profanity everywhere. Because I don't know if you remember the Marvel Max line. That was them trying to do their HBO or their R-rated comics. Like, that was the whole point, was they were comics for adults. And this guy just totally had no problem selling it to like a 13-year-old kid. And of course, when I opened it, I was like, awesome. And so he just tuck it away, just make sure nobody saw. And I was like, oh, this is dope. And but yeah, I think the first comic I really collected on a regular basis was the Ultimate Spider-Man. I started buying all the trades from Barnes and Noble. I had a part-time job in high school, and so whenever I got a paycheck, I would go and buy a couple volumes of that. So I really became like a Mark Bagley fan because of that.
Nice.
So yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I've had some friends that were really trying to get me to try reading was it Vinland Saga?
Oh yeah.
Well, they want me to watch the show, and I'm not against it. I don't know. I'm not against anime by any means. So I don't want to sound like a hater, but there's just certain things about anime I have a hard time getting into. Like generally, like when they all just go, oh, all the time, or like when they You know, they'll do the thing where everything slows down. They'll have like the super sentimental music. Well, it's like, follow your heart. You can do, and like it's just so melodramatic. And sometimes I just, it's just not my thing. But hey, you know, again, to each their own. But then everyone's all like, yeah, but this is super violent and it's awesome. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, we'll see. But and it's about Vikings, and you like Vikings, and I'm like, I do like Vikings. So who knows? I've heard it's good, but maybe someday I'll get a chance.
Yeah, one of the animes I watched in high school was called Monster.
Okay.
And I only saw like bits and pieces of it, but the story was pretty interesting because it's about a Japanese guy that's living in Germany.
Okay.
And he's a neurosurgeon. And there was a situation where there was a senator dying, and then there was this little boy that had been shot in the head, and then his sister was like traumatized. So he decides to save the little boy.
Mm-hmm.
And but he doesn't know that the little boy is actually psychotic and turns out to be a serial killer.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah. So
and that's why he was shot in the head?
Yeah, pretty much.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and from what I gathered from like the bits and pieces I saw was that he was part of an experiment from the East Germany because it was during like the set in the Cold War era.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, you can have some fun with that stuff.
Yeah. And
good.
That's what I like is that sometimes you'll have interesting stories.
Yeah, no, there's been some that I've read, like the plots of seem really cool, and a lot of times it's one of those like I'll get around to it, I promise, and then just I get busy and I forget. But yeah, see that sounds kind of interesting. I started watching what was it called, Psycho-Pass?
Okay.
I started watching that one, and like the first 2 episodes were awesome because it was like a 2-parter, storyline, and it was so intense and just so in your face, like this is happening and you're just into it, and it's all gritty, and I'm like, okay, I'm into this. And then the next episode, it's just like this girl waking up in the sunset day, just going through her day, going to work, and I was like, the tonal shift was just wait, what? Like, where did it go? Like, get back to the and apparently I'm told it eventually all plays into the story arc, but I'm like, but you can't just show me 2 episodes of like that. Yeah. And then like the next episode, it's just this like happy-go-lucky, everything's great. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And so that was I was like, okay, maybe I might need to give it another try. But
yeah, it's a lot of decompressed storytelling most times.
Yeah. And I'm fine with long-term form story, and I'm not like, I'm not opposed to, long stories that take their time. Like one of my favorite movies is Once Upon a Time in the West, for God's sakes. That is not a fast-paced movie, but I love it. But I don't know. It was just that one in particular is just the tonal shift from the first 2 episodes to the 3rd episode, just starting that way. It was just such a and like the whole rest of that episode, it doesn't like. I think you see one of the characters from the first 2 episodes, like in the background. And I'm like, so basically, like, there's just no point. I'm sure there is, but I'm like, but I want to see that.
Yeah.
So, I did like Death Note, I will say.
Yeah, Death Note. I only like the first half of it.
That's as far as I got. Yeah.
And then after that, it lost its luster.
Gotcha. Yeah, I like the premise. I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I thought the first chunk was kind of cool. I read a little bit of Berserk, and I did like that. I need to read some more of that.
That one I haven't read. I read Parasite though.
Okay, I've not read Parasite. I know
that one's oh, go ahead.
But now, is that the one that the movie was? No, is that?
Yeah, they made a movie.
Okay.
And they made an anime. I did not like the anime.
No.
Because they updated it.
No.
Because I think it was made in like the 90s or something like that.
Oh, gotcha. So they made it a current day.
Yeah, they gave up cell phones, and then they gave the main character glasses, which she didn't have glasses in the
Oh,
So it made no sense for some of the transitions they had in the original book. But
gotcha.
yeah, but it was an interesting story.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
only 9 books. So
okay. Yeah, that's something I've always kind of thought about. I was like, if the story was made and written in the '90s, just keep it in the '90s with the adaptations. Just like
yeah,
Charles Dickens. We always keep those in the same period. We always, whenever you do a Shakespeare, adaptation, they always keep them in the past. I mean, with exceptions, of course, unless you're Baz Luhrmann. But it's like the '90s. The '90s were a great time, and they should stay there.
pretty much.
But whatevs. What do I know?
I was drawing the background in this panel, and then I realized that it's supposed to be a flashback scene.
No.
So it's not supposed to be the same.
Cool. Well, let's see here. It's getting about that time for me. I might have to call it here soon. But
All right. It's nice chatting with you. Thanks
Yeah.
for swinging by.
absolutely. Thanks for having me. As always, this is fun. I love doing these. Hopefully now I'll have some more time to do them. Be a little more available. So
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get back to doing my own streaming on my own channel. Hopefully in the near future. I'm not committing to anything at the moment, but
Maybe I should try aiming for a weekend one.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe doing like a Saturday, like Saturday morning or late morning or something. Who knows? We'll see. But I will definitely be sounding the alarms when I get a plan made for that. But anyway, so this is kind of a rough look at 13. And he doesn't have his gun on him, but that's kind of a rough kind of
Nice.
design idea I've got going for him. I don't know. I keep going back and forth between more realistic proportions or making them more exaggerated, cartoony. I kind of keep going back and forth on those. So we'll see how I do with that.
Mine's pretty sketchy, but
Hey, that looks good. Yeah, it looks very nice. So,
all right.
awesome.
See
So
you either next week or maybe next month. We haven't been consistent. With
right. Well, we'll see you next time. How about
Yeah.
that? All righty. Well, to the 2 viewers that we had, thank you so much for showing by, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Yeah.
Yep. Bye.